Boop, and the button has been pushed. Say hi,
Uh,
hi.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, last time on last time on Silk and Silver Tongues, Durgo.
Uh, Last time we got to town, and Night Vale's like, "Hey, I'm not evil," and the guard's like, "You're not evil," and they let us in. It was good times all around. We found a ship. It turns out that it wasn't the bad guys. It was actually the something of the Bannermains in the area. The something Stitch. I know my banner name.
Main Stitch.
Bannermain's lore.
How dare you not read my Bannerman's lore document? Main Stitch was
Yes.
his title was Main Stitch.
Main Stitch. We found Main Stitch. He's the boss of the area. He's concerned. He wants to help us, and he's giving us some resources, like letting us stay at his place and get free lodging and stuff like that. How nice. We found out that a shipment of flowers was taken off that ship and dropped off at the temple. We investigated that and found there was a body inside the flower case. Unfortunately, it was not dead. So now we have to go try to save Zakira's soul, which is wandering around the plane because she stole a necklace from her grave and got cursed and all that wonderful stuff. So we all are dropping into the spirit realm while Paolo's body is being evil, and his bat is going to bite his face off.
Yes, yes.
I just want a little animation of all the recaps now.
And as you remember, upon getting to this spirit world, all of you, including Paolo with his bat, who didn't tell me that before, but it's fine. It's fine. Your bat went with you. You guys kind of heard a couple words in that whispered sort of way come from Night Vale. It sounded like from his body on the outside, seemingly now moving of its own accord. And you know, as you hear the words kind of leave Night Vale's mouth, words that were definitely not his own, you kind of see a smile crack upon his face. The eyebrows of the cleric, in any case, kind of raise slightly. He opens his mouth as kind of as if to speak, and much alike how you can only hear whispers from within the temple here, the whispering persists. Didn't wish to make the journey with your friends, I take it? There's kind of a brief moment that passes before the, quote, Night Vale stands up, waving a hoof lackadaisically, as if speaking coolly on the matter. I figured they can manage. Would be rather irresponsible of me to leave them unprotected, yes? He says, looking down to the steady bodies of you guys, with your eyes closed and just kind of sitting there, similar to the way that Zakira was. I suppose there's some merit to that sentiment. The cleric looks up to all of your guys' bodies as well, and kind of briefly, you can see a flash of red that pierces through the veil of the plane that you're in, coming from his necklace, in fact. And though he didn't seem to notice the flash, you do see him kind of frown somewhat abruptly. Your actions do not reflect the energies you continue to exude, though the circumstances are understandable. That is to say, your intent seems more aligned to that of good than not. The Night Vale, on the other side, kind of gives a small chuckle, looking back to him. I would be remiss if I was to disrespect Soft Whisper in her own temple, regardless if I take to her as an acolyte or not. The cleric kind of takes a second, it seems, to ponder that statement, looking him up and down. Strangely, without your friends present, you seem more worldly and wiser than you have thusly led me on to think. And Ipa kind of comes up to stroke his chin a little bit, as if he was kind of thinking. I presume you put that on as an act? Some sort of merriment? The world needs some every now and again. Shaman or no, a life without a small bit of enjoyment is no life after all, yes? He says, kind of smiling. A fair statement, if I've ever heard one. He kind of starts and then nods. Well, what of your friends? It would be no issue for me to host them within the temple, he says, gesturing to kind of those back rooms that you guys were in last time from before, and toward the rear of the temple. I think that would be a very good plan, he confirmed, smiling before kind of going on a little bit. A little bit of a smirk coming to him almost. That Kieran, however, the Doppel, would like to look after her personally, however. I wish to take her somewhere to watch after her in her given state. The cleric kind of raises an eyebrow to this a little bit and continues. Why not a place such as this? And he kind of seems like a little bit almost affronted. It sounds like. Respecting your culture and following is something I wish to do, and harboring teachings and magic of my own here feels, if not slightly intrusive. Very well then. Do keep me updated on our well-being then. I will continue to watch after your other friends and do the same, certainly. Thank you. And you see the Night Vale kind of give a bow as he kind of fixes the staff that's along his back. Fixes the staff along his back. What are you guys doing?
Fucking Bakura. Well, we're in the spirit world, so I don't know what we can do.
Yes, give me a perception check, Yi.
Alright.
Alright.
Can we attempt to leave the spirit world?
You can certainly try.
Right, perception's a skill.
Alright, let's see a perception from Gyro. Gyro, kind of looking around at your surroundings. And let's see this other one here.
Oh, my thing went into public roles.
It's fine, this is more of a general look around, so it's fine if they're not blind.
So, other question. My familiar's probably with my body at the moment, and they would not make the journey to the spirit world with me because they're, well, non-living, I think.
Yeah, I mean, they don't exactly have a soul, I don't think, yes?
Indeed. So...
Your familiar would need to give me a sense motive there.
My snake would probably also be with my body if...
What is your snake's intelligence score?
My snake's intelligence score is... I know it's slightly higher than normal. It is... 2!
I don't think that's enough grounds for a sense motive on your snake's behalf.
Alright.
It's more... Your snake is more instinct than it is... something fishy, like... Alright.
I know I'll need to raise it one more to get a feat.
Good questions, general outlook, and input based on input and output is that the statements seem to be logical.
There is logic behind that.
There is. And if he could feel, he would probably, if he had feelings, he would probably be activating his slightly strange feeling. But like that's nothing that is too out of remiss, especially since Night Vale himself said he routinely meditated all the time. So
yes, but Night Vale's not acting at all like Night Vale.
Night Vale's not an idiot.
Yeah, he's been with Night Vale the entire time. Well, since I've been there.
I'm just saying, the sense motive would get you that the things that he was saying was logical. He did say that he did mention that you kind of put on an act in acting worldly for the sake of merriment. And take that as you will. Like that, I'm just saying that that's what the that's what your role would have surmised from such an interaction.
So what would be the attempt to re-enter their body from Spirit Realm? You said we could certainly try, but didn't tell us how to try.
Well, maybe you should figure that out. I don't believe you asked him. That being said, it is a little I guess I should go back to your perception rolls here. 1 second. I was gonna start mentioning those before you guys start rolling sense motive. Before I get too much into that bit, Gyro and it looks like Hunting Forest both rolled perceptions. Looking around the place, it does seem to be slightly ethereal in its own.
Also low perception.
What was that?
Also low perception.
Oh, and yes, there it is.
So, another question. Are we within are we considered within a certain distance of the same objects in the material plane? Since we're looking on in the material plane.
What do you mean?
I mean, I have an empathic link with my familiar.
Is that a spell-like ability or a supernatural ability?
It is whatever the familiar thing is, probably supernatural.
Then that would be a no.
Yeah, generally going to other planes kind of cancels out a lot of things.
Yeah, distance is usually counted in the plane, the same plane kind of deal. But back to the perception checks. Looking around, it does seem to be somewhat ethereal in itself. Strangely enough, like stepping around, you guys can still feel your hooves and paws kind of on the ground. You can still kind of hear the really light tip tapping, though it is seemingly somewhat repressed still. In this room of, or in this hall of whispers, as it were, you know, kind of propagating around. More notably, around the area, more up toward the air, small like wisps almost, very small bits of light, kind of fade in and fade out. They just kind of seem to be going around, doing their thing. But outside of that, the general atmosphere of this place doesn't seem to be day or night. It's kind of like you know how, and this is gonna be my comparison here. You know how the Ender is in Minecraft, right? Where it's just a sky. There's no body or anything like that that's giving light, but none that are like, you know, it's definitely not dark. You can still see everywhere around. It's that same atmosphere.
Okay.
You kind of see the Night Vale, Night Vale's physical body stand up after his bow, and he seems to be going in the direction that the cleric is helping him toward, more toward the back where you guys were keeping them,
Well,
where he was keeping the Kieran at.
I am going to follow him.
I'm gonna jump into my body, since I have not given any other direction what to try.
Sure. You you try to jump into the space of your body. I take it trying to match up like the the body shape to the pose that you're in and such, right?
Sure.
Yeah. You try to do that. You're trying to fit it perfectly. And you remain still for a couple moments. Though nothing seems to really happen from there. You are, however, in the exact space of your body, so it's like no clipping through yourself.
Mm-hmm. You're T-posing in yourself. Alright, I'm going to fly around and look for Sakura.
You start flapping, and though you don't really feel the normal wind beneath your wings, you still do take up to the air as Gyro leaves to go follow the cleric who is gesturing for Zakira. What are you looking for?
Zakira.
Yeah, the cleric said he was gonna go get her body for.
Soul.
Oh yeah, okay. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, the reason we're here.
You should follow her body.
Well, if you're flying, where are you flying first? I know. Or you're splitting too.
I was just flying up, trying to get the high ground, Anakin.
You fly up. I mean, you're in the temple. And you fly up,
Okay.
it's gonna look the same, just from a higher perspective, looking down. Though some of those little wisps do kind of part left and right as you take up. And one of them, you just hear this very small whisper, but nothing presents itself, and you just hear a very small, "Watch it, buddy."
Hey, have you seen a, do I actually know that she's a doppel?
I mean, she's changed in front of you before.
True. Have you seen a, doppel pony?
The little wisp that you had accosted kind of flitters around a little bit and comes up, though remains in its little wispy form. And then you just hear that voice come again. Yes, I know of doppels.
Have you seen one recently?
No. And it flies away.
Oh, you too. Zakira!
You shout out, though your shouts only come across as whispers.
Fucking temple. Gotta go fly up through the temple walls.
You want to go out that temple?
Yeah.
And you're flying at the wall to do so.
Well, as far as I know, I'm a ghost, so.
Fair. You start flying toward the wall, and as you fly toward it, give me a reflex save.
Alright.
You take 1 point of smashing damage as you just crash into the temple wall.
Okay, so ghost physics are not a thing. Ow. Alright, I will leave through the door.
Fair. I will get back to you on that. Gyro, who is following the cleric, you start to follow him up to the door, and the door opens. He kind of opens it for your friend Night Vale there, and he gives a curt bow. And you know, I take it you're slipping in through the door, yes?
Yes.
Gotcha. So you kind of slip in into that open door and such to take a look inside, and he leads him kind of around where you guys have the Habak Zakira set up on the table. And strangely, as you're seeing this from this perspective, Gyro, you see that the necklace that is very firmly like attached to her chest that you couldn't pull off from before. From your side of this plane, you see that there's kind of a swirling, ethereal, dark, no better way to describe it, like whirlpool, kind of just over her chest, going into her body through the necklace, it seems. And the Night Vale on the physical plane kind of speaks. You know, it always is so sad to see her like this. He shakes his head. Yes, yes. So, where will you be taking her? And he kind of thinks a little bit. Well, the Bannerman's outpost is probably the most logical, though they are a very noisy lot. It would be very hard to concentrate in such an environment, I'm sure you're aware. The cleric kind of smiles a little bit and he says, Oh, it does make studying quite difficult with the gods. And he smiles back. Yes, certainly. I will likely see if there is a home being willing to rent out that isn't your, sort of tavern or some odd thing like that. Some place where I could definitely sit down and convene and try to help her. He goes, he just says, Very well. And that's when you see that's when you see him kind of take Zakira, shimmy her off like onto his back from the table. She just kind of like limply goes along with it, obviously, because she's not moving. There's a brief hoof shake, and then he goes to leave the room.
I'm gonna follow him, obviously.
I have 7 strength, by the way, and I'm following him too.
You start to follow him, slipping through the door as they open it. Upon doing so, you see him start to leave toward the door right around the time when Hunting Forest crashes into the wall. Seems to get his bearings better and goes toward the door as well. He kind of briefly looks back into the temple, looks up and down, and as you guys are kind of watching him, very briefly, you guys all very, very, very briefly see that, as he turns with the light in the physical world that's clearly presented to him, his eyes seem to kind of almost flash that notable gold that you've definitely seen before he turns and heads out of the temple. Stepping outside of the temple, however, the moment you guys do, suddenly those whispers that you were hearing around and that very clear, you guys could clearly hear their voices, seems to drop off. You step out into the open area outside of the temple, and the moment you do, you can no longer hear the faint little whispering hoof steps of Night Vale's physical form. Nor can you hear what he says as he kind of passes one or two ponies, seemingly looking left and right for something before slipping casually as ever into a more darker area. Those following, there's a brief moment when he kind of sets down. He sets down, adjusting Zakira slightly before closing his eyes. And I need a perception check from you guys, blind if you can.
Alright.
Alright. Night Vale and working title. You two are quick to glean on the fact that he is probably spellcasting at this very moment. As he kind of stands very briefly, you see the telltale signs of some sort of brief little rift that he seems to be stepping into. He steps into it with Zakira, and as they do, there's a brief pop that you guys actually do hear on your plane, and then seems to disappear.
Well, fuck.
God fucking damn it, Night Vale. I'm gonna kill you.
I mean, he's already a ghost, kind of.
Gyro turns and glares daggers at the Bat Pony.
He doesn't pay you any mind.
I'm gonna tackle him in anger.
You get tackled.
Does it work?
I mean, yeah. You are also a spirit. You get spirit tackled. Unless you're really trying to tackle him down, in which case I'll need a CMB.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna tackle him down. Where is the fucking... That's CMD. How do I roll? Not had to do this. Where the fuck is...
It'll be your CMB bonus plus, yeah.
There we are.
I'll reveal that. What's your CMD, here, Paolo?
That beats it.
You get tackled, grappled as he kind of displaces you slightly. What is working title doing in all this?
He's just like me. He doesn't know what anything means anymore.
Oh yeah?
I mean,
I'd point out that your bat is looking around almost in a sort of familiarity with the area.
I was just wondering, shouldn't Damien have his own body?
Perhaps. That is for
I
me to
mean,
know and you to
Damien
find
kind
out.
of split his soul, I think. So,
Go craft this teleportation spell he used.
Go for it. You are not 100% certain. It is primarily due to the lack of vocal components, and it seems somatic.
What about me?
Let me check the level of the spell. The thing is that you didn't notice he was spellcasted until he was just like stepping through the thing. Which is what that perception check is for. You know that it's not a 9th level teleportation spell. Probably not in any case. However, you're not really sure to either on the pinpoint type of spell this was.
Where the fuck is our penguin, by the way?
Remember, you guys came to the temple kind of without him.
Ah.
So he is not here.
Are there any more of those wisps around?
I'll give you a perception check.
Alright.
You look left and right. There does seem to be a lot more of a profound difference in the terms of the amounts of wisps that were in that temple versus the ones that are out here. You don't seem to notice very many that are congregating out in this area. So given how I'll move your party icon where Damien kind of moved, by the way. Just trying to get away from people. Though given your area of where you are, you do seem to notice there are some flitting around above areas such as this, right along here, along the spire that peaks above the horizon there. You notice that there is some spirits that seem to be congregating there.
Alright,
These
so
little
I
wisps.
think I will head over to this one over here. And grab one and go, hey, who's in charge here?
Well, you go to try to attempt to grab one. I'm going to need a CMB from that still.
Alright.
I am gonna fly up real high and see if I can spot Night Vale in the Kirin.
Alright. Doing one thing at a time here. Night Vale, roll your thing. Here's your roll. You try to grab the tiny little wisp, and it just kind of whoosh around your claws a little bit, and then just as abruptly, it turns from now a wisp and kind of whooshes out into a full-blown, what you see seems to be a floating sphinx that looks very annoyed at your attempts to grapple. I say. And he's like looking at you like. Like rude, like that kind of face, you know.
Who is in charge here? We need to head to the head honcho.
I'm inclined not to answer. And he crosses his paws, trying to grab me. The nerve of some spirits.
I wonder if I have my dragon's breath still. I say out loud.
Do you wish to give it a try?
No, that was more of a threat.
Haha. Well, feel free to give me an intimidation
Alright,
check if
I
you'd
see.
like. You question such a thing. And he looks onwards, squinting. Well, you better not try it. That's very unbecoming. What would your ancestors think?
I don't know, and I don't care.
There's an audible gasp from him as well as 2 other spirits who are nearby. Meanwhile, while Hunting Forest is getting himself in trouble, Gyro, you were doing something?
Yes, I was gonna fly up real high and see if I could spot the both of them.
Perception check. Blind if you can. You start peeking on over, the tops of the building, trying to see if you could spot anywhere that they might have gone. You look left, you look right, you look in all that direction, though you can't seem to spot them. There's not anywhere that seems like they just, that would stick out like a sore thumb or anywhere like that, or anyone that's walking out of place. Though as high as you are, you definitely at least do notice the fact that in the direction of the necropolis, the amount of clouds is a lot less here that hang over there, which is something noteworthy. There doesn't seem to be as much fog spilling over the edge. There seems to be a very, very large symbol kind of on the very large gates that close off the necropolis from the outside, glowing in this realm.
Alright.
It also seems that in your perception, Hunting Forest seems to be getting himself into trouble.
I mean, what's new?
Durr!
Nah.
Durr.
Trip, 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 trip.
What is Durr doing?
What is Dur doing, really?
This is the question, isn't it? Any ideas? Also, where are you? This is a question. Usually you're on somebody, but I'm not sure if you were or not.
Yeah, he'll just stick around with Gyro for now.
You scout along with Gyro, and you noticed things too. At least if Gyro is pointing them out to you, I would assume.
Yes. I would also tell Dur that he should help me look for where they might have appeared.
Not sure what we do in this case. We can't do anything.
We can follow them if we can find them. Pretty sure he used that same spell as last time. That dimension door. Which only has a reasonably short range.
Not long. If we can find them. Do something about it later when we get back to our bodies, hopefully.
I'm gonna ask Working Title if he has any idea of what to do.
You ask Working Turtle if he has any idea about what to do, and as he starts to squeak back a likely response, rather than squeaking, you seem to actually hear and understand him. I need a knowledge check from the squeaker. Specifically, what are you trying to determine? What are you trying to learn?
I'm trying to ask the GM to point me in some direction.
Well, I'm asking you. You just said you were asking your bat questions. What do you ask him questions about?
What do you think we should do?
I mean, it is your familiar, so. I'm just noting that he does seem to be able to speak now in a way that everybody can understand.
He's gonna call Gyro a faggot.
Gyro, you are accosted by a bat that seems to speak now.
Ah, he flew up there with us while we were scouting?
He screams.
He's a very loud bat.
It's high pitched though. It probably attenuates before it reaches my ears.
Well, we're dealing with spirit logic here.
Possibly.
Yes, you do seem to be outside of the temple area, so that you are no longer bound by whispers. Just saying.
Does my pet know anything about returning to our bodies?
Give me a knowledge planes.
He doesn't have that.
Then I'm not sure if he would. Does he have knowledge religion?
No.
But you can certainly always try untrained.
Hey Shaman, do you have any divination magics?
I don't have magic right now.
Oh, this is true.
Alright. He should have one rank in religion.
If you'd like to give me that.
I did. Look.
Oh, based. Is that with the rank and everything, or?
No, that's wrong. That's why I'm telling you.
Oh, what's your modifier?
It should be a +2.
+2. Alright, and your bat starts thinking here. And let me whisper something to you here. How about that? There you go. That is your bat's response. Kind of turns his head a little bit.
That's not what I asked you.
Sorry, what was the question?
I asked, do you know how to return to our bodies?
Oh, that one. He kind of shakes his head, and then still does the action that I had whispered to you. And then kind of hovers up next to your ear, whispers something into your ear.
He's trying to railroad us towards that place.
You're asking your bat as a spirit that you follow in the spirit realm. Like, what are you talking about?
You were just asking for directions from the DM, and now that he provides them in bat form, you complain.
Oh, Paolo.
I asked how to return to our bodies, and he responded, let's go to the necropolis.
He didn't respond with that.
Okay. Does anyone have any idea? No. Okay, let's go to the necropolis.
There, that's where your bat whispers into your ear.
Well, my idea was just to get Soft Whispers here herself.
I don't see her.
I hear the quickest way to Soft Whisperer's plane is with a blade.
No, too bad we don't have any of those.
Hey, you only offered coffee.
What?
Go to Necropolis.
We are being forced to the Acropolis.
Yes, I move into Tokyo.
Pick me. Pick one.
Well,
Roll the dice.
you know, it seems like Night Vale's headed on
Three.
toward the Necropolis. What are you guys doing?
Fine. A fruit one, but not orange. We have another one, I think.
I don't think there's any fruit for us to go towards, Gyro.
He means himself.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any spirit fruit in this part.
Oh no, it's the Hades and Professor.
Give me the mango. I want the mango.
No, there's no mangoes either, Gyro.
He
Hmm.
means to follow me, the bat.
Alright, Gyro.
The mango didn't come with us.
All right, we'll head to the Necropolis just because I have nothing else that other than piss off the goddess.
You start heading on the direction of the Necropolis, landing before the giant walled gates before you. Really thick black spires and I guess bastions kind of on the outside, framing the big doorway. The symbol, which kind of spans all the way up it, persists and glows, kind of shining down on you as one of the something that you could consider a light source here. And there does seem to be a few Persians and Sphinxes clad in almost silvery, wispy armor as they stride up to meet you. And they,
Oh, so they're like spirit sphinxes.
what was that?
Said, okay, I wasn't sure if they were in the spirit realm or not initially.
Oh yeah, no, spirits themselves, and one of them kind of holds up a paw and starts speaking in a language. Do you speak Sphinx? I know some.
I do.
Awesome. Then he starts speaking Sphinx to you, namely the Alt. What is your business?
We're trying to rescue my girlfriend.
And to this, the other guards kind of laugh. What? Met her fate too quickly? Tell me it.
No, her soul was stolen.
And he kind of raises an eyebrow to this. Stolen.
Her body's
Yes.
still there.
The body's still there, and she's still alive-ish, if you can call her body still being active without any soul a life.
Typically, the only ones that are permitted past this gate are the souls of the ancients. Do you have any proof of this?
I am plenty ancient. I'm like 30.
He was meaning have any proof of the body to your. Sorry, I worded that wrong. But he looks you up and down and then comments to your response regardless, and just simply says, "Yes, then wear your, gestures along his neck."
My what?
Your necklace.
I don't have one. I don't follow your silly religion.
Some soul of the ancient you are.
Do I still have mine?
Oh, what was that?
Do I have mine?
Yours, yes. You do still have yours on your physical body.
Yes, do I have them with my spiritual body too?
You look down and it does seem like you still have that necklace around in kind of a spirity form.
Hey, how come you guys get to keep your armor and weapons?
It's just that. You didn't, are you asking, oh, you're asking them this, or
Yeah.
Paolo?
No, them.
Gotcha. And they kind of, look up. Um, yeah, looking a tad annoyed. Well, maybe if you were one of the souls of the ancients, you'd be granted this permission as well by Soft Whisper. And he kind of squints. Though I'm not sure if he speaks Sphinx or not.
I do not.
Yeah, he says things to you then, and unless Gyro is translating.
Sure. But I'll translate in a way to make it sound even more insulting.
Based? How so?
I don't know. My character can decide that.
Hunting Forest, you're insulted.
I'll just snort and say, like I need a god to fight my battles.
And they kind of resume their post back toward the door. One of them just kind of calling back a little bit. Well, you have fun with that. Call me when you're at rest.
Like you're at rest, wandering around here.
I never said I was. It is my duty to guard this necropolis.
Why are we arguing with guards? Future just chirps out, going, head tilted.
Because it's Gyro. He argues with everyone.
Coming from Hunting Forest.
I'm gonna show them my amulet. I think I need help.
One of them notices this and goes up to squint at your necklace. Looking at it. Squint. Long family line. Oh, and he looks up to you, and then back down to the markings on the necklace, kind of turning it around. You don't seem to be a Persian.
Made in China.
And he kind of lets go of the necklace, and it kind of pats against your chest again. Adopted?
He's a Persian at heart.
She adopted me?
Do you speak Sphinx?
I do.
Okay, cool.
I should have wondered. Oh, I'm gonna be confused for 5 seconds, and then I'm gonna resume. I mean, do you know how you can return to your body back from meditating?
And he thinks a little bit. You are merely travelers? He looks kind of to you guys as a whole in that question. Responds to it.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, he looks toward his other astute guard mates, and kind of puffs out his chest a little bit. That information is something that I'm sure Soft Whisper herself can give you. And looks up toward the big marking on the door. If you wish to speak with her, she is within the walls of this city here. I am not of the jurisdiction to tell the living how to return to their bodies when they have become separated from them.
Some help you are. Alright. Well, let's go talk to this goddess or whatever.
Under one condition. And he holds up a paw.
Uh-huh.
And
What's that?
he looks toward you and Hunting Forest, who seem to have been the most rar. And squints. Under no circumstances are you to cause any problems before the ceremony. Am I understood?
Of course.
Because while I may not be under the jurisdiction to tell you how to return back to your bodies, I am at least can assure you that I can stop you from returning to them altogether.
I'm gonna turn around to the party. Do you guys want to wait until after the ceremony just to be safe?
Fuck no. Who knows what what you will do to my girlfriend in that time?
You have to admit she's really cute. She's in danger right now.
hold your tongue, or I might take this guy's side against you.
But he's on my side against you.
The guard, kind of seeing this, steps in between. If you must, please distance yourself socially. He put it.
Fine, we'll keep 6 feet apart from everyone.
Yeah. Well, you have to keep 12 feet because you're large size. How about that?
Okay.
And with that, he kind of thunk thunk is his spear on the ground. From the second thunk, as it hits the ground, you see this kind of jet of white, bright light, the same kind of light that's coming from that symbol, shoot from the bottom through the ground up toward the center crack of that of the necropolis's entrance. There's a brief moment when it goes up the wall, kind of splitting the symbol in two, and the symbol, which kind of almost looks like an eye in its own way, seems to almost blink. And as it closes, you see the door open just wide enough to let you guys through.
That guy would enjoy.
I was like, he's still right here.
Oh, wait. I'll say it in common. It's fine.
They do look confused at that. They don't seem to see to understand you.
And I will just snort and move forward.
Sir. Do you still have your knife?
I'm pretty sure no, because we don't have our equipment.
That is likely the answer.
We're all naked.
I'm gonna look to the ground. Is there any rock or something I could give it to her?
You can certainly try. You go to the ground and try to pick up a rock that is similar in the that is something you could see. And you try to pick up a small pebble, though your hand just kind of goes through it.
Oh, you could go through the pebbles, but not the walls of the temple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grumble, grumble.
It's almost like that's a religious site.
Sir, if they misbehave, you have to pack them.
That's mean. I can't do that.
If they misbehave, you need to be their father figure or something. I'm pretty sure if Antiforest had a dad, he wouldn't be like this. You should be his daddy.
No.
Yes.
No. No.
So you guys have this discussion as you start heading through the gate, and just as you guys finish entering it, you hear another just call of like the doors closing is like kind of a warning to his other mates, and you see him pull up his staff from the ground, and that line from the light that was on the bottom of his staff forward is now cut as he kind of pulls it up, and it retracts all the way back up, and the doors start to close again. Looking within, you guys can give me a perception check.
Alright.
I'm gonna try and look at the floor. Do I see any road to follow?
You look toward the ground. I wouldn't need a perception check. Yes, you do see what seems to be a path that goes straight forward.
Yes, the railroad. We found it, guys.
Railroad, shut up. You guys looking around all collectively kind of just start noticing generally the same things. The environment while here seems to be the same. There does seem to be a lot more little wisps around up in the air. Seemingly almost just as busy as in the physical world, you just walking around the city as normal. Though there seems to be those small wisps of spirit conglomerating and traveling above you, as well as their physical forms talking and walking about in the distance as you guys kind of enter necropolis. A couple of them kind of like look your way as they saw the doors somewhat open and then close again, and you see what seems to be a somewhat elderly Sphinx whisper to another Sphinx something in her ear, and they'll give you kind of a disparaging look and then walk on.
I want to try and have heard them.
You could certainly try to give me a perception check if you'd like. They were a little too far out in the distance for you to be able to hear a whisper from that far away. You could certainly give me a sense motive, though, as to possibly their reaction's sake. Their motive seems to be disappointment and disgust.
Yeah, well, fuck you guys too, I shout.
I'm just gonna move forward. Come on, the sooner we find King Kai, the sooner we can leave.
King Kai.
Wait. Let's go.
I thought we were looking for Soft Whisper.
Yeah, King Kai.
King Kai. Alright, I'll move you guys, your party's icons a little bit forward here. And it's kind of a little foggy. So strangely, through this initial fog is kind of like where you saw things, and you kind of start passing through it a little bit, getting into where you start to see housing. Though, and it's like seeing partially into this in the physical world, you notice that some of this housing seems to be both destroyed, some of it's still up, and the ones that are destroyed, it kind of an ethereal form of its building seems to still be up. As a couple of folks, you know, come in and out of their buildings, and a few folks kind of like just peer at you curiously. Namely, Night Vale, who's the only one here that has a necklace. Very notably, as you're looking out among the crowd of spirits, every single one of them, young, old, middle-aged, all have a necklace, similar to Night Vale's.
Did y'all know that buildings could have ghosts, guys? That's kind of weird. I didn't figure they'd have souls.
I still don't feel bad about those shingles.
Enlighten us, Night Vale. Do buildings have souls?
Well, if you kill someone while they're inside the house, yes.
There's some kind of point to be made there, I'm sure.
Oh wait, do you mean like buildings? No, they don't. But the trees have, and you killed the trees to make houses.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
I will point out that the dead trees that you see around in their physical world form seem to have definitely ethereal leaves and things around them. Whether or not this proves Night Vale's story true or not is up for interpretation. There you have it.
Jarrah,
And I don't care.
It doesn't take too long as you guys kind of start getting into the city here before you guys take notice of a very portly sort of Sphinx who comes to greet you. Popping in from his wispy form to now a full one right before you. Ooh, welcome, welcome! And he reaches to kind of give you guys each a paw shake in turn, clasping both under and over the paw in a very weird way, and even going to you, Dur, but he just uses two of his beans, and he kind of gives you a little one. He's just shaking your hand. He doesn't seem perplexed by you at all, Dur, as opposed to most who give you the small treatment right away. Oh, welcome, welcome, welcome to Wati.
We're looking for a Soft Whisper.
Oh, aren't we all? And he gives a smile.
We're literally looking for her.
Do you have an appointment?
Yes.
He looks at you. Oh dear.
I want to hit my head against an interior wall, an interior tree.
You do so.
Yay, it worked.
I think I'll join you.
And he kind of like looks almost amused at you, Gyro. I was not aware that a Soft Whisper was taking applications for appointments. What if so? Let them know that I am hoping that they are perhaps hiring a secretary. And he smiles.
Sure.
I wanna keep hitting my head. I lost my soul, top. I lost my body, top. I lost everything, top. Top.
I'm stuck in the afterlife with these idiots. Clunk.
And the portly Sphinx kind of looks on. Oh dear. Still having trouble accepting it, I see.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know how it is sometimes.
Actually, and he looks down toward your lack of a necklace, and then his lack of a necklace. I'm not sure we entirely know exactly what that feeling is like. What is your lineage?
Gyro thinks for a second, looks to see that the other two have wandered off, and then provides his real lineage to the dude.
You provide the real lineage, and he takes note. So no real ties to Wati in itself, yes?
No, I'd say not.
He thinks a little bit. Well, best to keep that knowledge to yourself. And he kind of leans in when he says it in like somewhat of a hushed tone. People here aren't very happy when outsiders come inside here without a proper lineage, like your friend over there. And he points to Night Vale, specifically kind of in his chestish area as he's thunking his head against this tree.
Him? He's never been to Wati in his life.
His necklace says otherwise.
It was a gift from somebody.
Well, gift or no, he looks like more of a part of the folks here than you do. He gives you a little friendly jab in the chest. Jab. Like right where the necklace would be. Yeah. Say, and he kind of thinks a little bit. Looking back. And as he does, there is a couple of, one or two little onlookers that kind of take notes of the new not Sphinxes / Persians in the city. And they just kind of wisp off. Honestly. And he shakes his head almost disapprovingly, as if he doesn't entirely agree. Well, if you were to look the part, I would head up toward the Middle Lash, and he points up toward somewhere up north of the path, because you guys are somewhat on a fork. One fork goes left, one fork goes right. He points up toward the left one, which leads more northward. I'm sure he could make you look more presentable for the people here.
I thank you very much for this offer. I suppose we should head that way. Turn and look at the two beating their heads against the bush. Hey, you two idiots. I know where we need to go.
I'm not stopping. I'm gonna keep hitting my head against this tree for a long while.
You continue to hit your head against the tree. Thunk. Thunk.
Are they gonna take non-lethal damage at this point?
Oh yes. Non-lethal damage. The type of damage that definitely occurs to spirits.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. The dragon took bludgeoning earlier. I guess it was lethal then. Oh well.
Yes. It was.
Fine, let's go.
Alright. You guys start heading up towards the northwards, wherever he said. He mentioned something about the quote Middle Lash. You guys kind of start heading up. And the more and more you kind of walk up. Night Vale, are you heading with them?
Why are you guys going there?
I was given some advice that if we're to not get accosted anymore, we should go this way.
Why do you care about other people's opinions?
Because we may need to rely on them for help, sadly.
And it's the only lead we have so far. I mean, as much as I like to wander around Kreps.
Is there an ethereal rock on the floor?
You look for an ethereal rock. Give me a 1d100. There does not seem to be an ethereal rock.
Is there an ethereal branch on the floor?
I don't think there is, Paolo.
Is there something I can use to hit my head while I keep walking?
You have your bat?
I'm gonna hold there and hit there against my forehead while I keep walking.
Dur. Is this something you allow, or are you avoiding it?
Could you repeat that, Paolo?
I'm picking up dirt with a hoof, and I slamming him against my forehead. Repeatedly.
No.
Twice.
There is not allowing this.
Dur zips around your hoof unless you're intentionally making a roll to try to grapple him.
I don't think I can.
Yeah, I was like, good luck with that. Actually, no, Dur CMB is pretty shit. It's you hit the AC that's hard to hit.
No, let Paolo think he can't grab me. This is fine.
Yes,
It's almost like we had to fight Dur before.
He killed me 5 times.
Well, you probably deserved it.
No, I didn't.
Didn't kill him enough.
They wore our stuff and we became angry ghosts. Anyway.
So we're making our way up the ring.
You are up this fork here.
Making our way downtown, walking fast.
Somewhat following the path that is presented to you, however faded it might be and blending in. It's a little bit harder to follow, seeing as obviously spirits don't leave footprints, and this is an ancient path. But they do seem to almost walk it as if there is a like, you know, they know these roads and things like that, you know. And as you start coming up, I mean, there's a couple branching roads up toward here that he had mentioned, and you are kind of past one a little bit ago, though. That one seems to just be named the left. There seems to be another one upcoming, which is labeled the center.
That's the one we want. That one.
And
I was gonna say, no, don't speak for all of our political views.
The center, and that one kind of points north. I'll use the ruler tool just to kind of show. This is the path that is kind of labeled that way in a sphinxis way. There does seem to be 2 other paths, one that goes this way, one that goes this way, and a continuation along this one, just to note.
Well,
I know
Gyro's going to turn north.
Gyro's turning north.
It's this way, guys.
And you start heading up north to where you start seeing different little housing kind of edging the fog on the end here. One of these toward the end looking a little bit more lonesome than the others. It's kind of one of those ones that looks a little decrepit. It's partially has some spiritual architecture to it, if you will. Though mostly seems intact. Otherwise, there are some more intact buildings. They're a little bit farther away from the fog itself.
I guess let's look at the decrepit building first. I have a feeling.
You head toward the decrepit building. Hold on. Holy shit. And as per building styles, there's a kind of walkway up to the small door. That's how that leads to the door itself, which still seems to be on its hinges.
I knock.
You knock on the door, and it's somewhat awkward because as you knock on the door, part of your the thing is that you don't feel anything touching your claws as you knock, but there is still verily something that is stopping you from going through that door, and yet you still hear a knock. Before too long, there's a very, very, very slight creak of the door kind of open. Yes, what do you want?
Yes, I was told that you might be amiable to helping wary travelers who got lost, who don't quite belong in this area.
Like who?
By a friend of mine.
Was it that fat one? The fat one up front? And he kind of points out. Notably, you see that he definitely does have paws as he points back from the direction you came.
This is on Sphinx, right?
Yeah.
Was the guy fat? I can't remember.
He was portly, yeah.
I say no. It was actually a really skinny Sphinx.
I know no skinny sphinxes who would direct you my way. Yeah. Squints suspiciously.
Anyways, we would like to make use of your services.
You have to give me a diplomacy roll for this one.
Oh yes, my negative charisma.
And what use are you to me?
Well, maybe not me so much, but that guy over there's a shaman, so he can do, like, spirit stuff.
We haven't had a shaman here ever. And he spits.
Well, then that sounds like he might be just what you need.
Night Vale.
I can't even help myself.
Are you saying this in character?
Yeah.
Some shaman you are. Most shamans can't help themselves. That's why they talk to us all the time, blabbering their mouths. He does like a little, like blabbermouth kind of thing outside the door. Blah 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 blah. Help me with this. Help me prepare that. Blah 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 blah. And he sticks out his nose, and notably, he seems to have several necklaces around his neck as he pokes out his muzzle, and you kind of notice that he seems to have some definite scarring in places along his face. And he points accusingly towards your bat. You! How annoying is that?
Don't worry, I only ask for favors of spirits which are not you. Which is to say...
Shut it, you! I was asking him! And he points to your bat again.
Oh. My bat will tilt his head.
And he's pointing. Speak up!
Your head... They are gonna tilt the head the other way now. There you are, mate.
He puts down his paw and he squints. It's alright! It's alright! He can't hurt you here! What's he stopping you from talking for?
I don't have anything to say.
And yeah.
Paolo was not prepared to play his bat today.
What do you want me to say, old lady?
He squints. Well, if you have nothing to say, and she kind of pulls her head back in, and As she does so, the door kind of opens. Come in, come in. Surprisingly.
Well,
I
I
see.
trust completely. I am going in.
Yeah. Not even understand what's going on, I go in.
And you start to go in, and then she puts out the paw gun. No, that's you! Him! And he points to the bat.
The bat will shrug and go inside.
Sure. Your bat heads inside. And she very promptly shuts the door, like almost, you know, slamming your claw in the door. Very rude.
Just like me.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
need to summon a new animal companion soon, I think.
And inside, your bat can give me a perception roll.
Oh, that's useless.
They've got a bunch of those necklaces, so I think we're in the right place.
Your bat, as they look around, sees a number of different necklaces hanging all around the walls. Each one seems to be on its own little nailed peg, along with the picture of a picture or drawing, or even just name in some cases of someone below them, or a couple underneath what seemed to be a family name. And as if not even acknowledging this, your Sphinx friend kind of looks up to the bat. There! Now he is out of earshot. Is he taking advantage of you?
No.
It's okay, you can tell me.
Sometimes he cries and hugs me for too long, and that's kind of uncomfortable. But that's about it.
Like to the dull way touching you.
He cries on you.
More like cries on the floor, or on the bed.
And you allow him to cry.
I mean, it's funny.
I think I do. Yeah. He does right. Yeah. Not.
Why do you travel with him?
Oh, it's a very long story.
She sits down and pulls up a chair.
Do you have something to drink?
And she like scoffs. If I had something to drink in here. And she looked left and right. I'd be very thirsty right now. And she nods. We're spirits! And she like shouts in your face.
When you think of the same joke at the same time.
What, are you new to being a spirit or something?
Oh no. No. I have been a spirit for like I wanna say 80 years now. It has been a long ride. Not.
You spent way too many of those 80 years sipping mango juice.
But it's good.
Can't even remember the last thing I drank. I doubt it could be that good.
But it is.
And she kind of squints. If it is half as good as you'd say it would, you'd leave a little bit of it for me to drink back in your spirit, back in your material world, wouldn't you? And she kind of scoffs and crosses her paws and looks away slightly. But you won't. They never do. Nobody ever cares about me. Nobody. And she kind of raises her claws in frustration. Ever.
Oh, I see the problem. You are annoying.
She opens an eye and looks towards you. What? I'm not annoying. You're the one that's annoying. And she points toward. She gets up and she points towards you. And the bat, your working title, and just kind of looks all accusingly.
I'm not. You are.
No, you.
No, you.
No, you. And she jabs.
And why do I get mango juice and you don't?
and she starts to speak. Because shut up! And she turns and crosses her claws and looks the other way. Shut up! 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 And she plugs her ears. Fine! Fine! I'll help you. What do you guys need? Clearly, you need something. I don't have mango juice for you if that's what you want.
Do you know how to go back to my body?
And she starts to almost laugh. Ha! Ha! You should know.
Should I?
Point. And she keeps pointing to you. You're the one who is all spirity and likes your mango juice and likes to go to the material. Don't you do this all the time?
No, this was supposed to be. I don't think. No, not here. I usually go to the spirit where people are more lively. Not here where people are dead, you know.
She raises a very suspicious eyebrow, like, you know, kind of perplexed by this statement. Weird shaman things. What do they teach you in that shaman school of yours? Fine, fine. And she kind of puts up a clause. Fine. Goes to look up on some of the necklaces hanging around. What's your lineage?
That?
Bat. Why was it? And she looks back, almost like affronted. I don't have any bats here. She looks up at the walls. Look, not a single one. She points to every single one, and all the ones that are around are either Persians or Sphinxes that have portraits or pictures of. Even these ones, and she points to the ones that, like, a couple of the ones that don't have anything. All forgotten, or dead, or you know. And she kind of puts up two really big, like, asterisks with her paws and just goes, or they didn't have it, you know, they didn't want to continue their family line. And he kind of points to one, whose name is just Ace.
I feel like that's a joke that went over my head.
Apparently.
Imagine not liking sex.
And she kind of crossed her paws a little bit. Well, could have been a donor. Puts her nose up.
Oh no, working title's gonna say.
And
Penguin, if this gives up, he won't have a heritage.
and and her eyes kind of open up. Who?
He looks like a penguin, but big, with anxiety.
She looks around. I don't have a penguin here.
You will do soon.
What? No! Is he a sphinx?
I don't know, he's a penguin.
Why would I have a penguin here? You don't see me having a whole wall of animals, do you? Wait! I do have a wall of animals! And she gestures, and by gesturing I mean she's pulling you by the wing. Pull, and she pulls you to a completely blank wall. See? This is my wall of animals!
That's where you should be.
She goes red. You little... And she kind of fumes a little bit. What do you want?
I don't know. What do you want? You are the one who invited me.
And she thinks a little bit. I didn't invite you.
That's true. Well, you can leave now.
Huh. I can leave?
Yeah.
Why would I leave?
Why would you stay?
Because... And she kind of thinks a little bit. What? She sits. She seems to be rethinking her entire life right now. You've stumped me, Bat. Perhaps. And she looks toward the the different necklaces, a couple of them kind of squinting on a couple that seem to have their names crossed out. Perhaps. Would it be in her interest? Would it be in her interest? Maybe if the bat did it. Ha! Ha ha! Yes, that'd be a thought. Huh. And she's kind of like talking to herself a little bit. Ha ha! That would be quite the thought. You!
Me.
You! You do it!
What?
And she goes to the wall and shakes off a couple of the necklaces. And as she does, the actual necklaces in the physical that you can see remain there. But as she kind of lifts them off of the chain, a kind of spirited version, similar to the one Night Vale has, reveals itself. Give these to your friends! Have them continue these heritages that seem to have dropped off. And it's your idea, not mine. You hear?
But that would mean they would have offspring. They would be just as annoying as them.
Well, if they had offspring, maybe they would be half as better as all of these ones now, wouldn't they?
I will, but only because I have a funny joke in my head.
And she squints. And if your shaman wants to come back to his body, he'll have to come back for this one too. And she kind of points to the necklace that still remains, kind of like gesturing, kind of you can tell toward the physical version. Around the chest.
I don't get it.
And she kind of rolls her eyes. Well. And she kind of thinks a little bit. Your bat already has one of those. He's luckier than the others. If they want to get back to how they are, according to your griffin, and she kind of squints. Get this around their necks. Hands you, your bat rather, a few different necklaces, one for each of the rest of your party. She's effectively telling you that the physical necklaces need to be both around the necks of your physical bodies, as well as around your spirit ones, to be able to kind of come back. She can only hand you the spirit side.
Wait, so I can. Wait, oh no, wait, I can. I don't know. I need to make the real world gyro and the not real world gyro wear the amulet. The gyro goes back. That it.
There's a problem with that?
Yeah, it's impossible.
Well, I hope you have some good friends on the other side then.
I don't. Yeah, right?
Not my problem. She kind of hands you the necklaces, and you know, if you have you're a small bat now carrying the weight of several necklaces. Floomp.
It shrugs and flies away.
And a few moments later, the crack in the door, he slips through your bat friend. Working title seems to be coming back with several different necklaces.
He's gonna get close to there. There, you. What? 200 gold.
I don't have any gold.
Sure, I was just gonna and snatch one of the necklaces away from the bat.
He's not gonna let you. He's not gonna let you.
Oh, he's not?
He's not.
Strength check, strength check, strength check.
Spirit police!
Spirit police.
I can't breathe.
There. I try and snatch it from the bat. It's a disarmed combat maneuver.
What is your CMD for bat?
I try to find it. CMD 8.
8. Yes, unfortunately the necklace is very easily snatched away from your bat. Like taking candy from a baby. Additionally, Hunting Forest also snatches a necklace away from your bat.
He's gonna look at them. 200 gold.
God damn it. I'm gonna snatch the Durs away as well.
Hey.
Snatches.
And then I drop it around the Griffin's neck.
Ah. It only works if I give you 3 from my well with your money.
That statement doesn't seem to be necessarily the most true as you drop it around Dur's body. And as loose as the necklace is, it does seem to start to shrink down a little bit. So it fits nicely around Dur's neck.
Haunted Forest will try to put his necklace around his big head.
You put it on your head, rather, and it takes it a second before it gets a little bit bigger enough to slip down your horns. Bonk.
Wait a minute. The cleric told us to come here. Did he not think about how we would come back there?
He may not be fully aware of how everything works.
He's
So
also
he
really old as fuck.
He just sent us to die.
He's also probably quite forgetful. Well, I mean, he does worship soft whispers, so you know.
I gonna beat him up.
That is kind of a goddess of death.
I gonna bring him to the stairs I helped him go up and push him down.
Well.
I am angry.
There you have it. You now have necklaces.
Cool.
Anyway,
I'm gonna
Let's
see
go.
if there's any clues to the lineage on the thing. On the necklace.
You start looking at the necklace, turning it around, trying to see what it might be. What languages do you speak?
Sphinx. And do you need more? Hold on. Let's see. Common, Aran, Sylvan, Sphinx.
Gotcha. Well, in a very weird language, you see some markings on the back that might give away what that lineage might be, though you can't seem to read it proper.
and before it's druidic.
It's always druidic, isn't it?
Oh well. I'm sure it won't matter.
Is my necklace like the same?
You turn your necklace over and see a language that is not common.
Well, other than that, in Draconic, I cannot speak it, so.
You do not know what the language says then.
Alright.
What's mine in?
What languages do you speak?
Um,
You could also determine what a language is if you have ranks in linguistics. You can just determine what it is, but not like know what it says. It's like seeing Russian and knowing it's Russian, but not being able to read it.
It's not possible.
Well, I could look at Japanese and tell it's Japanese and not Chinese. You know.
No, you can't.
It's called being a weeb.
But if you have linguistics, you are certainly welcome to roll to see what language it is. A ranking. It's just like a knowledge skill.
We're not fucking Dr. Whatever that bat pony's name is. Cornelius. Wasn't it Cornelius?
Cornelius Orion.
Yes.
The one that happens 100 years from now.
Yes.
Well, the one who's in the call with us.
In a different dimension, because we're gonna save Zakira.
We're doing a bang up job of it so far.
Yeah. Bang up job if I've ever seen one. Alright. So I didn't see any linguistic trolls.
There will be none on my part.
Yeah, I don't care enough.
But Dur is smart. Dur will try.
Just idly curious.
This is definitely not a language you know. It's not one that you've seen either. What you do know is that it's not Sphinx.
There.
I would definitely know
look.
that. I know
There.
6.
There.
What?
Let me look. Look. Is it demonic?
You look and you do not see demonic markings on there, but what languages do you speak?
Demonic, Protean, Sphinx, Sylvian, and Common.
You do see Protean on there.
Oh no! It's Protean there!
What's that
You
mean?
know what this means? This is the necklace of of Damien's evil friend, with who he exchanges letters in Protean.
He's dead.
Either that or we're related to old gods now.
Yeah. Nah, in Protean, you can see, you know, kind of like how you have those like Latin letterings around things that kind of describe old building things. Effectively, a description that leads you to, the lineage of somebody by the last name of Niraval. And I'll post that in campaign notes because I know you guys won't do it.
Yes. All right. Hey, Night Vale, what does mine say?
Is it Protean?
You go to read his, and it is.
Oh. What does it say?
In the same respects, a lot of these seem to be like their own little sayings based on the family, based on like some kind of family story. But Hunting Forest would be along the lineage of the Farajo family.
You must
Or
really
last
like
language.
What was that?
I said he must really like chickpeas. Alright, I guess I'll let Night Vale read mine too.
200 gold.
200 gold. You heard the man.
I'm holding his bat hostage.
Your bat is held.
I don't think this is helpful.
My bat is gonna scream for the nice lady in the house. I'm being touched!
You hear from the call from the window. Just use your wispiness!
What does that mean?
So you gonna read it or not, Night Vale?
The bat is gonna... Can my bat cast spells?
You could certainly try.
Okay, he's gonna try to cast...
Hunting Forest is gonna try to go wispy.
Alright, hang on 1 second. Let Bat do his thing.
Alright.
Does this work?
Well, you try to make it work. Your bat concentrates, doing the things that your bat would do if you tried to cast a spell, and in his focus, finds himself not doing that, but instead, Gyro loses his grasp on the bat, as now your little bat is a small wisp.
No!
This is all your fault. You could have just read it.
I hate Reddit.
Your bat is free to move around as a wisp. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
It's going inside Gyro's head.
Well, I mean, your wisp tries, but Gyro is also a spirit, so it just kind of thunks into the side. Thunk. Hunting Forest.
Yes.
Give me a concentration check.
Alright. I'm not a spellcaster, so. Well, I shall try.
You concentrate so hard, and the more and more you concentrate, the more and more angry you feel, because you're not turning wispy, and then you just get really angry, and then you just why aren't you turning wispy?
Ah, this is bullshit. Gonna stomp off.
I'm
As-
gonna try.
And as you guys see him start to stomp off, his form gradually fades until he's just a kind of larger than normal wisp.
Are my friends fading from existence?
They seem to be, as Gyro, getting thunked in the head, suddenly kind of turns whoosh into a small wisp himself.
Huh.
Hey,
This is neat. I wonder if this is the amulet's doing.
I have an amulet and I'm not turning anything.
Oh, I'll tell you how to do it if you read my necklace.
I will read it, but only the first half.
Only what?
The first part.
Then I won't tell you how to be wispy.
Well, I believe in myself to be wispy. Also, my bet can tell me he's wispy.
Yeah, well, fuck your bet.
Oh, that's loot.
Somebody's got to increase that Lydian somehow!
No.
Poor lady seems to be at the window just listening to your shenanigans.
Martin, do you feel okay?
Oh, me?
Yes.
I don't know. Do I feel any different now that I'm wispy?
Well, yes, you do feel different. You don't feel large sized anymore. You feel like tiny sized because now you're a wisp. Look, hooray. You don't need to flap your wings to fly. You're effectively under the effects of gaseous form, pretty much.
Okay.
Just in wispy.
I feel like dirt.
I gonna read Gyro's whatever.
Caving in, you read Gyro's necklace, kind of turning it around, left, right, and come to the conclusion that this is of the Everard family.
Everhard.
I'll post
I
that.
dig it.
Well, gyro is ever hard.
Yeah, Everhard. You get sense of.
Everard, no H.
That should be theirs.
There is a
Didn't you
tiny
have-
necklace.
Oh.
Anyway, we should find soft whispers still.
Yes, I imagine that's what we should do now that we'll not get accosted by the local wildlife.
All right.
Dropping your necklace, I hear.
Yeah.
Oh, hold up, I gotta get a paper towel. I was playing with a Taco Bell fire sauce packet and it just exploded on me. It's just a bad decision. Upset. I'm fine.
We pissed off meanly too much.
Yeah. I'm flaming mad. Alright, so you guys have your necklaces. What do now?
We go on a quest for paper towels.
Back to the quest to piss off God.
Yes, that one.
You go along your quest to piss off God?
Mm-hmm.
Well, a god.
Can we see any important building?
Any important buildings?
Yeah, like a wizard's tower.
Are you wisping up into the air?
Sure.
Yay! And as you start wisping, I get to reveal the map to you. How about that?
Ooh.
Yeah, look at that. No more fog exploration for you. Whoosh. World is clear to you.
Oh my god. Now we are lost in a bigger space.
I like the look of this set of ruins right here.
Does seem to be under sand.
But we have seen we can float through sand, so we can try it.
We should go here.
Just into the clouds.
Yeah, where the fog is thicker, people are bigger.
Hmm?
Yeah.
But then we just run into mist wraiths.
I don't know why. What do you want to do? We don't have anything to do.
Well, might as well head to the center. Like, we haven't.
Yeah. I think that's where Soft Whisper's supposed to be, right?
Oh yeah, maybe we should try to find what's her face.
I'm just gonna go. Yes, Night Vale. Pat, pat, pat.
You try to attack me, but I'm too wispy.
Well, I'm a wisp too, so ha.
I'm a cuter wisp. That's fine, Sunny.
I think if we consult the god, she'll help us extract something that's not supposed to be within her domain. Oh, shut up, you old hag.
Yes, that's the sound of Mimily laughing at tacos.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was Mimely just laughing at us or the hag.
That's for me to know and you to find. No, that was a hag.
Let's go to the center.
Do you attempt to fly to the center? You wisp on over toward the center, above those ruins, and notice that yes, there is some ruins, though there's a lot more wisps than you, circling around the upper outside of this, but not getting any closer to it. They just seem to be circling.
Well, that's a good sign. Hunting Forest says as he goes to the center.
Yep, I follow Hunting Forest.
You're going into the circling loop of wisps, a little bit above
Yeah.
the.
We're penetrating the wisp hole.
All right, you continue to wisp about in there, getting yourself in the rhythm of the flow, if you would. Mashing a lot of the others. The only notable difference being a very slight tint change to your personal wispiness. You know, Hunting Forest would be slightly green. Durs would be well, I mean, Durs would be white, but it would be a lot smaller than the other wisps. Night Veils, you know, would be more dark, more darker, dark blue, I guess. Similar to his bats, that kind of veil, right? Gyros would have a little peacock's tail coming off the end of it.
Hmm.
That.
Am I more pink or more blue?
Yes.
You're cotton candy flavored.
I dig it.
You guys have joined the Wisp party. What are you doing?
Oh, we're going to the center of it.
You go into the center of it.
The part they're all avoiding.
Wait, well, they seem to be floating above the thing, just kind of floating around in a circle. They don't necessarily seem to be, I guess, are you just going to the center on their level, or are you going, like, in the center?
Lower out below, yeah.
Lower and below. Okay, that's what I was wondering. You start to float toward the ruins, and as you do, I need you guys to give me a will save.
Alright. Oh, good. My will is 2.
Yeah, mine too.
As you guys get closer and closer and closer, a very, very deep, deep sense of dread starts to fill all of your collective wispy souls. To the point where, once you're probably within a decent 20-30 feet from any of the bricks on the outside, you're just compelled to fly back, too scared to make contact with it.
I see.
Ooh, I have an idea. Alright, I'm a hover above it then. And then will myself to go normal physical again. Thus forcing me to fall towards it.
You do so. Going high above, and then just unwisping, I guess you might say. Whoosh. And you fall. And as you get closer and closer, I need another will save. you fall more and more and more, to the point where you start scrambling your claws. It's getting terrifyingly close, and your whole body just kind of poofs into a wisp again and goes straight back up.
Damn it.
Also, just for the fun of it.
I see.
So, Hunting Forest is going to tap one of the floating wisps and goes, "What's with the fear thing?"
The voice kind of wriggles beside you a little bit, and you hear this a very small child's voice almost gonna come from that wisp.
You new to this, mister?
Yeah, just passed today.
Haha. That's alright.
And the wisp kind of like does like a spinny maneuver, like a barrel roll in the air a little bit.
I'm just getting ready for the ceremony. I can't wait to see, you know,
Well, the little spirit seems to think a moment.
I don't know what you call them. I wouldn't be an uncle. Can't wait to see them though. My sister was gonna come right out there.
And like the tail kind of wiggles toward the center of the ruins.
Do you know where Soft Whisper is?
And she points toward the center of that thing again.
Down there. Just thinking. She likes to give speeches every now and again. Very inspirational.
Is she going to come out anytime soon?
And it's this that's there's like a brief moment of silence before.
I don't know. I'm just kind of here. Don't really know what I'm doing with myself. I just kind of wonder. I'm not sure when they come out.
There's a brief moment of introspection.
I tried, guys. I really tried. But I just can't bring myself to touch it.
None of us can. You don't think that that's the first time somebody's tried to do that, do you?
I wanna try again.
You can certainly try, Paolo. You try again, and fly straight toward the thing as fast as you can, to the point where you start feeling your non-existent heart beating almost out of your chest, and you have to turn around. Oh no! It's too spooky.
I thought it was a clever idea. Until then.
Well, when you could get all wispy like this.
There's like kind of a moment when the little childlike wisp kind of turns its tail toward the top, and you can kind of see like they make themselves into an O shape, just start spinning.
Is there any way we can actually get in there?
Well, are you Soft Whisper?
No, but we need to talk to her.
Oh, don't we all? I'd like to ask her a lot of questions myself. Namely, what my name is.
Thinks a little bit.
Well, if you give that amulet of yours to my shaman friend there, he can read it. It'll tell you your
Can
name.
he?
Yeah,
Really?
really,
Really? Really?
really.
Maybe?
You see the little wisp kind of depart from the circle, going down toward one of the sides here, like toward like right over here on the path. They unwisp very briefly, and you see a very small sphinx with a missing baby tooth up front, kind of looking up very, very happily and kind of like trotting.
That'd be great!
I read it.
You go down and take a look at their necklace, and you seem to find that they are from the Hallowell family.
LOL?
Hallowell.
Lol.
And you do you tell them this?
Yeah.
And the little guy looks supremely excited.
I'm a Hallowell!
I kind of spin around.
Never heard that one before. I don't think I know any other Hallowells.
And they kind of spin.
Now I'll know where to go when it opens.
Where to go?
Of course. Oh, that's right. You're new here.
And just kind of like thinks a little bit.
Well. Have you ever been part of the ceremony? Of course not. You're new here. Duh.
She kind of films her head.
So who's your family?
I mentioned family name that was mentioned before.
Say it. Say it.
In chat, campaign notes or something.
I even wrote it down for you.
Everard.
Okay. So here is what I've been told to do anyway. So those doors.
She kind of points toward the doors, the big doors that you guys came in.
Open once a year.
She nods sagely.
And all of these guys.
And she kind of points up toward all of the wispy lights and around, and that kind of like
get to go say hi to their families.
And she smiles.
So you can go say hi to all of the Everards.
Oh, I was the last one.
Well, you could speak to all the oh.
And she kind of thinks a little bit.
I'm not sure what to do with that then.
Kind of like looks sad up to you.
You don't have any more?
No, they've all passed. Well, long time ago. I was the last, and I was too selfish to have kids.
He blinks.
Oh.
And then kind of looks down a little bit.
That's too bad.
Yeah, it is.
A little child not knowing how to very much cope with very adult issues, seems to think really hard. Think.
Well, maybe you could see their temple.
And she kind of points that way again.
I know some people say you can whisper to people. Maybe you can pass along a message.
Alright, I do have friends still. Back in the physical realm.
I wish I had friends here.
Nah, they smile a little
We're
bit.
all just gonna hunt Penguin.
Yes.
Penguin starts hearing whispers and goes crazy because he.
Penguin. Penguin.
Oh no.
It's all your fault. All your fault.
All your fault, he says. He's a fucking mean. He's already having a hard time with the other people who came on the boat. Oh boy, oh boy. But yeah, he kind of spins a little bit.
Well, I mean, I've kind of been on my own a little bit.
And they kind of like look left and right.
But I'm okay with that. I suppose, I'll be able to find, who my family is.
Kind of smiles a little bit.
Thank you.
I wanna hug this child.
You do so. Ugh.
And then sirens can be heard in the distance.
Yes. Hug.
Haunted Forest is going to be stubbornly trying to fall into the portal. Not the portal, the try to get to Soft Whisper.
You try and try and try again each time. It's just as spooky. It's like something is quite literally refusing to let you get close to there. And even on some points where you may courage up, thinking you're gonna get close to it, maybe get super close, it's just too terrifying to endure. Before your body, or your spirit body, wrenches itself back and forces you back.
God damn it!
I think your friend, I think he might have an issue.
He is a little touched in the head, I'm afraid. It's a dragon. Very common.
Another walking spirit along this path kind of blinks. I'll say.
I'll say indeed. Thinking that they could just get into the temple like that. We haven't been able to for ages. Ages! I don't care how much courage that dragon thinks that they can have, they won't do it. Not ever since Soft Whisper locked it. That is.
Locked it?
Yes. Haven't you known?
I passed away yesterday, I'm afraid.
What's your lineage?
It is Everard.
The Everards? I would expect nothing less from an Everard.
She kind of puts her nose up. Boop. Or his nose up, rather.
Yes, of course she locked it. Too many people try to do the thing that he's doing.
And points that way.
Besides, Soft Whispers told us that this year might be the last ceremony. She wants to try to keep it open. Keep it open. Allow us to talk to our families whenever we want. We deserve that much, right?
Of course. Who wouldn't want to visit from their family in their dreams? Hearing them.
I'll say I want to give my family a talking to.
I bet you do.
Oh yes! Oh yes! Marrying another male Sphinx. Who does he think he is?
Well, are they at least cute?
She squints at you.
I'm going to forget I heard that.
That just sounds like you're in denial, I'm afraid.
You're welcome to think that. My lineage is a proud one.
I am very proud. See this tail here? Very peacock.
Not Sphinx. Don't care. If you ask me,
And she continues.
adoptions shouldn't count.
Oh, it's not actually adoption. You see, it was there's been some interbreeding. And I just lucked out to be full griffin.
And she practically snorts.
Any proud Sphinx who carries a necklace like that is never crossbreeded. You were adopted.
And she kind of like mocks a little bit. Mock.
Well, you're free to be stuck in your old ways.
And you're free to let your dragon friend continually try his luck at getting there without the proper knowledge on how to actually access it.
Oh, do you know something about that?
Maybe I do.
I would very much love to hear you rant and rave about it.
Oh, I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would. That's just like an Everard, isn't it?
It is.
Give me
I'm afraid I'm not very enlightened. I need an elder to set me straight, you know?
Give me a diplomacy check.
Okay.
Fine, child. I will enlighten you. She sniffs in the air. I'll enlighten you. She locked it, you see? Locked away the Sphinx that was up front. A big one. Forgot your name. It was a big Sphinx Asterios locked inside of it. That's the key. The Sphinx must be here, and then we can return to the temple. But until then, it is Soft Whisper's wish, she continues, to not go into there. She's locked it. She's locked it, you see. There's no need to speak to her on a regular basis. But she does come to visit us every so often. Bless her.
Hunting Forest is going to look up. Is there a roof?
Is there a roof?
Yes.
To the sky?
I thought the necropolis was inside.
Oh no, it's a big walled city.
Alright. So, he is going to fly up, like, past the point of atmosphere-ish and hopefully knock himself out.
Well, seeing as you don't have to breathe, you keep going. And your snobbish friend just kind of watches as suddenly it's like Team Rocket's blasting off again style, up in the air. And next to you, Gyro, she's just kind of looking up.
What is he doing?
And the little child that's next to you kind of says,
He's doing what I tried the first time. Oh, this is gonna be good.
and he kind of just like sits down and watches bemusedly. Hunting Forest, what are you doing?
I'm still flying up till I either reach space or pass out.
You won't pass out. You can't. You don't
Alright.
breathe. Like, you are incorporeal.
So what was the name of the Sphinx that was locked away?
I don't know.
I
She
guess
kept that information from us. Said if we were true Sphinxes, we'd know how to solve a riddle.
Oh, what was the riddle?
I don't know.
See? And here I was starting to respect you, but I guess if you don't even know the riddle we're supposed to solve, how can I have any respect?
You should solve the riddle of why your parents kept you in the first place.
It's because I am so adorable.
If you say so.
And the little child kind of comes to the defense.
I think that his tail's really creaky.
Starts patting the little tail. Pad, pad, pad. And the snobbish one kind of scoffs.
You play with that tail, child.
It's no wonder you don't have any friends around here. And kind of walks off.
Oh.
And now the
Around here, don't listen to him.
yeah, I'm gonna need a diplomacy check from that because that seemed to hit the child a little bit, and he kind of stopped and looked really sad. Yeah, that cheered him up.
Okay.
So I'm continually flying up. What do I see?
Not a satellite. Those haven't been invented yet. DM saying that there's no real limit to how high you go. There's no
I'm
sky.
gonna reach the heavens.
It's like the Ender, like I said. You could just keep going up.
Alright, I'm just gonna drop then. Hopefully momentum will,
To this point, this little Sphinx looks up and he notices the little twinkle of the thing that's like falling really, really fast, gaining speed. Tug, tug, tug. Gyro, your tail gets tugged.
Look at him go! Look at him go!
This is gonna be spectacularly terrible.
And as you get faster and faster and faster, more and more and more and more, you get closer and closer and closer to the thing. And I need a will save. Give me a will save. You.
Alright.
Blind will save you. Blind will save.
All right, blind.
And you get closer to it, and this is probably the closest you've been. You've come within probably a whole claw's worth to touching the stone, the very stone on one of those edges, before you veered off right to the right. And Gyro, I need you to give me a reflex save. Gyro. You see Hunting's little wispy form, and then take a very sharp, almost exactly right turn to avoid that brick as he comes shooting straight towards you. And for the briefest moment, you were sure he might hit into you until you just simply ducked, and you did it in time. Yay! And he just kind of flew past, and stuck into the side of a little bit of spirit wood from one of those half-constructed spirit houses.
I almost touched it.
He's kind of hanging by his horns right now. And little child just kind of says,
That's the closest I've ever seen anybody.
Just kind of smiles. Good job.
What? We could just beat you up above it until you crash down.
Nope. Try that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Although you wouldn't believe how hard it is to beat yourself up.
It's very easy.
Oh, Gyro knows. He beats himself all the time.
We are in front of kids. I glare at Hunting Forest. You're allowed to have alcohol, but you gotta keep the sex out of it.
And the kid looks very confused.
I don't get it.
Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, well, why is your mind in the gutter?
The kid very briefly looks into the nearest gutter.
Maybe we should go outside now?
Well, I mean, Night Whisper or Soft Whisper is here. Night Whisper.
I don't think we can go talk with her. Oh yeah,
So we need to find some sphinx. There's apparently a riddle, but this old man didn't know what the actual riddle was. But if we find that, we can open the door.
we should try to find Sunny first.
I think our best bet is to ask Soft Whisper.
I'm gonna start screaming, Sunny! Sunny!
And the kid looks up and around.
What? What are you yelling about?
I'm trying to find Karen, who is also a changeling, who is called Sunny, and she's lost here somehow.
A Kieranling?
Yeah, Caroling. She should have a collar, which is not hers.
Huh. She kind of thinks a little bit.
I don't know. Kieranling. Quite honestly.
And she points toward Hunting Forest and Gyro and all of you, and even the tiny dare who the child just seems to just notice.
You guys are like the most interesting people that have been here in a long time.
She points around, kind of gesturing to all of the other sphinxes and things, and it does not look like you guys are clearly in a very, 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 very small minority of people who aren't actually sphinxes or Persians.
Yeah, well, we figured we'd spice things up, you know?
By dying?
Let's change the pace.
Just change the pace a little.
We'll let you in on a little secret, but you gotta not tell anyone.
Eyes go big.
Trust me, I won't tell anyone.
We are actually just passing through. We're looking for a friend who is taken to the spirit realm. Her body is still back and living, but without its soul. And I guess ours is kind of too at this point, since we followed her in.
The child blinks as if thinking, very, very thoughtful.
So you're like one of those adventurers who comes in every now and again, but here.
Yeah.
He thinks. Thinks. He seems to be thinking big thoughts, but isn't saying anything.
What? You can trust me.
Well,
and he kind of gestures to, like, bring you closer, as if trying to tell you a secret.
I lean in.
well, some of the spirits here don't really like those adventurers.
So we've gathered.
So, I'll keep it a secret, but, I don't know if your friend would be here then.
He kind of, like, whispers and, like, looks around.
If she was, I think she'd probably be worse off, you know?
Why's that?
'Cause they'd be yelled at. Right?
True. Though she did have she'd come in with the proper necklace.
Well, what was her family?
Oh shit.
Queen something.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gyra would remember even if I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't think she ever gave us her proper family name. She used lots of names.
Oh, but the thing she wore was from the temple.
Yes, it was from the temple.
Yes, and Dur's pointing that out with that, ignoring that fact.
No, but if they...
That's
nice.
That would be the name they would go by here, though. Which was one of the 3 queens.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't remember their name.
Wasn't it 4 queens? I think it was 4.
Dur, did you make notes?
Meanly, how fast do I move as a wisp?
10 feet over your normal.
10 feet over my normal, alright. And I don't get tired, right?
No, you're a ghost. You're immune to exhaustion effects.
Alright, I am going to wisp away over to the temple that we robbed.
Rashta?
That is...
That's something else.
No, that's correct.
Is it?
I'll tell you that's correct. Yes, Queen Rashida. With head crowned in beauty, with her lay her family, and them their duty. Death to all who disturb the tomb. Death to those. Death to all to whom the spells doom.
It was Rashida.
And the kid's eyes kind of go wide.
I have no idea who that is.
Ah, that's fine. I wouldn't expect you to. It's a very ancient family.
Oh! You know who might know?
Oh no, who might know?
Oh, okay.
And she kind of thinks a little bit. Think.
I think they're up at the center lash.
And she kind of points that.
Oh, is it the older, is it an older lady?
Yes, she's so nice.
She talks with bats?
I don't know about any bats. I just know she likes having me over and we talk a lot.
Ah. And she never told you about, your family name?
No.
Kind of like looks down a little bit.
She seemed to always, like, avoid that whenever I asked.
Ah, I see. 'Cause she does know it. Know those.
And kid kind of looks up. She does?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't
That's
she?
how we found out about, these, necklaces.
Why wouldn't she tell me that?
I don't know.
I feel like this is a bluff check.
You're free to
What?
give me a sense motive.
She did know. Oh, I guess I wouldn't know she know.
Yeah.
Okay, then I wouldn't say that, because I wouldn't know that.
Gotcha. Well, the kid.
Go there? No.
Let's, I guess we can go talk to her again. She might know something about, that mess. She might yell at us over it. She will yell at us over it.
Probably, but no use crying about now.
Going back to the old lady's hut.
Yeah.
Yes.
Zoom. You head right back up, flying, and the kid kind of giving away. Well, tell her hi from me.
I will. What do you tell her your name is? So she knows.
Well, I don't know.
And she kind of like thinks a little bit.
I never really told her a name.
Should I just say the little kid that hangs with you?
I'm sure she'll know that.
Okay.
And you land at the hut.
I go and knock.
You knock. Oh, you knock. And as you do so, there's a brief sort of pause before.
What? Who's there?
Do you know? Oh, go ahead.
Who's there?
It is Gyro of the Everard family.
Haha, the adopted one.
And the
Yes.
the door opens, and a very lackluster looking Sphinx is once again greeted to you. You've got like this like a deadpan look.
Well, what a pleasure, what a pleasure. What should I owe the pleasure to this, quote, Everard this evening?
So, do you know anything about what was the name? Rasha Dur?
Tell you again.
Yes. Or write it down in campaign notes.
Rashta?
Rush.
Rashida.
Rasta.
I guess, of course I know about Queen Rashida.
Yes. So, what if, just by happenstance, you stumbled across her tomb, and one of your companions may have put on the necklace and then lost her soul? Just hypothetically speaking.
Give me a bluff check. One of her eyes gets real, like one of her eyebrows goes like up into her hairline, and kind of leans forward.
Hypothetically, huh?
Yes.
How hypothetical are we talking?
That we need help.
She kind of woofs, and she turns, and her sphinx tail baps you across the side of the head. Poof.
Ha! I knew it! I knew it!
She kind of like looks up.
Ha! Ha! Wayward souls cut themselves cast! Ha ha!
And she's just laughing her ass off.
You hear that one, Bat?
She calls out toward working title.
You hear that?
Me.
I don't know what she's saying, but I'm getting annoyed.
Oh, yeah, this is delicious. absolutely delicious. You realize that the big statue outside these walls is dedicated to her.
I see.
And you went and grave robbed her stuff.
It wasn't intentional. We just sort of ended up there.
Ah, you accidentally grave robbed. I see. That's how it goes when a whole tomb is protected, I assume.
Can I roll sense motive on the priest that sent us here? Because I'm starting to think he actively knew he was fucking us up, and he still did it.
I feel like the time for that sense motive is long past, Val.
Okay, can I roll anything just to confirm?
Can you what?
I just want to. Can I roll anything to confirm my suspicion that he really meant us to lose ourselves here?
Yeah, you can roll a self-roll for suspicion.
How do I do that?
I don't need to see the result.
How do I do that? Hi, Sleepy, don't fuck with me. What am I doing?
I don't know, Paolo. That's for me to know and you to find out.
So,
The laughing stops briefly.
Oh, do tell me how accidentally you grave robbed a tomb.
well, we ended up there, and then we were attacked by mummies, and then we decided that since we'd put the souls to rest, we'd, keep the spoils.
And the eyebrows go way up again.
So, you tell me that a soul who was already laid to rest needed to be brought back and then laid to rest again, and then all of her stuff stolen. Yes?
I mean, obviously she wasn't laid to rest if she rose up.
Bonk! You get bonked.
What?
And
She rose up and attacked us. She couldn't have been at rest.
I know the Everards are not the brightest of folks, and I do know that you seem to be upholding their legacy greatly. But how, on this wonderful land of Styon, do you not see what the problem is here?
I mean, I see the problem after the fact.
That's what he said.
and she points toward a random name on the wall.
And now look at them, heritageless. Ugh.
Everards.
So how do we fix this mistake?
Huh? Well, you should find her descendants then, huh? Apologize to them and return that necklace.
All right.
I don't think the necklace will come off though.
And why's that?
We tried to remove the necklace and it was kind of stuck.
And she thinks a little bit.
Was her soul there or something?
No. At the time, her soul was not there.
Ah, it was pulled from her then. Ah,
Yeah, that's why
Yes,
we're
yes.
here.
well, you deserve it.
Presumably, but we would like to make amends and fix things. Obviously, they would like their stuff returned, I imagine. That would make everyone happy in this situation.
Give me a diplomacy check. Gyro's rolling. Yeah, Gyro's being really diplomatic today.
You're gonna have to start putting points in diplomacy.
Apparently.
Making amends? For what? Destroying her corpse?
Yes.
For
and
stealing her
stuff.
family heirloom? Yes, I do hope you have quite the apology made. Quite honestly, I hope you invite me along. I would love to see how that goes down.
If you help us, you are welcome to join.
Bet. And she turns around. How can I help?
Tell us where their spirit might be, for one. That would be useful.
Well, that's the thing about descendants, isn't it? They're not spirits yet, are they?
Yeah, but we can make amends with the spirit first of the actual queens.
Or
Since we're here.
Okay, no, I'm sure there's descendants that are spirits at this point. That was an old temple.
That's true, that too.
yes, I'm sure that they would love to see you too.
No,
Here of
no,
all
no,
places.
no one wants
You want to
see
get
us.
yourself killed? I guess
Uh,
killed. And she quotes again.
No, not particularly.
Well, then you won't talk to their spirits now, will you? You'll go talk to their daughters, the ones out there amongst the living.
Okay, makes sense.
Telling a spirit that you disturb their descendants' tomb. Ha! Everard's. She kind of shakes her head.
Okay, can we go talk to Soft Whispers?
And
We tried to reach the thing, but we got the scare force field.
I have no idea how to reach Soft Whisper outside of our normal visitations.
I heard something about a riddle and a sphinx that needed to be found.
Bah! I've heard of that riddle. I don't remember it, and I don't care to. She may be all godly and whatnot, and I will respect that. But I do very fondly believe, and she kind of gets closely, that this tomb should be opened only once a year to go see your heritages. It does not need to remain open to the public.
I think we should go back to the temple now. I have a plan or an idea.
I see. Well, we thank you for your very helpful advice. If you tell us your name, maybe we can message your descendants perhaps when we get back to the real world, or make a donation to the temple in your name or something of that nature.
And she kind of seems to stop for just a second. And then she, like, opens her mouth just to speak, closes it. What? You won't?
Yeah.
She looks thoughtful.
Well.
And she kind of, thinks a little bit. And almost, like, kind of, flattered, I guess, you might say. She continues on.
Well, you can make your donation to the Oriana family.
All right.
Ariane family, got it.
Oh, and little Lowell says hi.
The little who?
The little Sphinx.
That you hang out with.
Oh.
Oh. And she kind of looks a little bit sadder.
Oh, that poor child.
Yeah, we told him his name.
You what?
Yeah.
You didn't.
And she almost looks consoling.
Wait.
Something bad about that?
You really did, didn't you?
Yes, he seemed pretty desperate about it.
She takes a big sigh. And she kind of goes over toward the wall where she kind of puts her paw up, and you see her very, very just briefly hover her talons below two necklaces underneath the label that just reads Hallowell.
Oh. I see.
He's going to want to see them, you know.
Yeah, probably. We thought we were doing good.
Well,
Aren't
you
they
thought wrong,
supposed-
didn't you, Everard?
Aren't they supposed to not have descendants?
Well, they don't have a lineage anymore, and kind of like takes off the other two necklaces to just kind of turn them over and in her paws a little bit. The whole family, all at one. Terrible accident.
Well, maybe he'll be more at peace once he learns the truth.
You better hope. And she kind of like puts the necklaces back and jabs you in the chest.
Because if that child is forever scarred from this, I will come for you. You understand me?
I believe you 100%.
You better. She kind of turns and
We have to get in line though. A lot of people want to kill us.
can't imagine why.
Why aren't his parents here?
Well, that's not for me to discuss.
Oh, shucks. Why?
No.
Kind of puts her nose up.
Tell me.
She puts her nose up.
I
She's
hate
been
you.
very helpful. Please don't harass
No.
her.
This is a what hole? Why aren't his parents here too?
Well, they certainly came in before Soft Whisper went and locked that temple up, didn't they? Took a lot of them with them. Bunch of
hate
sn-
you.
She seems rather salty at the fact at saying this.
Quite honestly, I don't know why she didn't take me too. It's not like I've been helping all the spirits to come back here. All of them, every single one. And how do I get repaid? I get stuck here.
Maybe you made the mistake of being too helpful.
You know, if we get to talk to Soft Whispers, we can put in a good word for you.
Your ears perk.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Well, tell us how to get to Soft Whispers.
I don't know when she makes her visitations, I have told you. I expected that from an Everard, not from a Ferrejo. You should start acting like one, dragon.
Can we go to the temple now? I have a very good plan.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah? Yeah, I do, yeah.
Is that where you guys are headed next?
Yeah,
Sure.
Let's go
I
back to
guess-
temple.
Well, let's see this plan fall through.
Yeah, I
Alright.
would love to see it fail too.
Whoosh. What is your plan?
By temple, I mean the place where some of our bodies are.
Soft Whispers Temple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which like there's like a billion temples in the city. You gotta specify which one.
No, he said the one where our bodies are.
Oh, that one. You're taking your leave from the necropolis here.
Yeah.
On here.
Yeah. Let's wisp away.
You wisp, wisp, and come up to the closed door. It is closed, but there does seem to be a couple guards.
Why can't we just fly over?
You can certainly try. I'm not gonna stop you.
You are stopping us.
Well, I never heard that you were flying over. You just said you're going to the temple, so I just assumed you're kind of going to the
I
door.
fly over.
You start to try to fly over. The rest of the party following?
Sure, why not?
I'm just gonna watch. Because I figure something's gonna go wrong.
You start to try to fly over through the fog that kind of lines the outside of this thing. And as you start flying through the fog in a direction you're sure that you're going, in the true sense that it's so foggy you don't see where you're going until you realize that you are now headed in the opposite direction and kind of going out the fog now, back into the necropolis.
Huh.
We shall use the front door.
And you go down to the front door where the guard was kind of looking up at you somewhat bemusedly. First time?
Yeah, first time.
Yes, there's a reason this only opens once a year. What is your reason for leaving?
go look who our bat.
Yeah, we're looking at you to provide the reason.
This is your idea.
Wait, why would we be stuck here? I demand to leave, please.
For what reason?
There is a guy I need to call an asshole.
It is a guy that you need a what?
There's a guy I need to call an asshole.
Hmm? Once again I ask, for what reason?
There's this guy. I'm really angry at this guy. I want to go to him and call him an asshole.
Yes, yes, we've heard it before. You're a ghost with unfinished business. Anything else?
I try to just walk past the door.
You go to walk into the door. Thump. Thump, thump. Just seemed like a pretty solid ghostly door.
No one told us we are going to be stuck here.
Well, I asked what your reason was, and your reason was that you were angry at somebody.
I'm not angry, I'm just venting.
Well, then that's not exactly a good reason to leave, is it?
I'm not dead yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting better.
And he kind of like raises an eyebrow. Not dead yet, huh?
Yeah,
Where have I heard that one before?
I don't know.
What's
Can
your-
we just deliver a haunted message to someone?
What's your lineage?
I'm gonna check my amulet. Well, I was adopted by this fine lady.
And looks at it. I wasn't aware they had a child. I suppose, yes, adopted.
Yeah.
Are you dead?
Yeah,
No.
Oh, well, that's reason enough.
Yay.
And they look up, he looks up, and you hear him call out something in Sphinx. Those who can hear Sphinx hear him say, "He's not dead yet! Let him up!" The one up at top kind of flutters down with another special staff similar to the first guard that you saw, and kind of looks toward the door. Stand back, and thump thumps on the ground. Once again, you see that little streak of light go up toward the center of the door, cracking it open, and the doors start to kind of just wide enough for you guys to go through again. Try not to make it a habit to go in and out of here constantly. You make the other ghosts jealous.
Will do.
Okay, I fly straight to the temple.
Alright, let me move this to Wati there.
I'm like, why do I have the feeling that we're going to be coming back and forth?
Well, we're definitely going to be ending up going back that way, almost certainly.
And you start wisping your way, the wispiest of ways toward the temple, at Mach plus 10 speed, and get up to the actual temple steps, and whoosh, past the door. As soon as you kind of enter that area once again, you now once again start to be able to hear the whispers of physical beings as they a couple of them kind of remain around in late night prayer. I guess it's like a pretty early morning. It's about like 4 a.m. from when you guys originally kind of went that direction, probably 5. It's the early morning prayer sessions, and you can definitely hear those prayers through whispers around in the etherealness of this place, now that you're within its confines.
Do I see the guy that told us to meditate? Meditate.
The cleric?
Yeah.
Certainly. He's going around and helping people.
I fly up to his ear and I whisper, "You fucking asshole."
He doesn't seem to respond. Respond to you directly. Though after hearing you whisper, he kind of looks up but around curiously, as if he felt something. And went down.
I hate you.
The person who was kind of whispering, or that was whispering a prayer next to him, kind of says, "Is there something wrong, priest?" And he says, "No, I don't think so." And he thinks a little bit. I guess, sorry, wrong voice. "I don't think so, child. I just felt a really brief sense of some odd energy."
Like an asshole was whispering in my ear.
"Must be your ancestors." And he kind of gives the little one a pat. "They're definitely here for you." And the person in prayer kind of smiles. "Ah, wonderful."
I'm sneezing right now.
Why?
Because this guy. Fuck this guy. He planned out of this.
He played you like a damn fiddle.
He did.
He did. He's making us make amends.
Let's see. Hunting Forest is actually going to test something. Is there like a...
You guys
a
literally
candlestick?
did tell him, a high priest of Soft Whisper, that you tomb raided a queen's tomb. Just realistically. What was the what was the question?
Hunting Forest is there like a candlestick or something? Anything like that hunting can kind of move inside the temple.
Yeah, you could certainly try. I mean, like I said, there is candles about. You guys had a whole storeroom of different candles and things and decorations that they had around.
All right. Hunting Forest is just gonna try to pick up a candle, see if it he can actually do it.
You go to one of the candle holders and go to grab the candle. Though it does seem to be rather immovable. While you can put your hand around it, and it's a temple candle, so it feels physical. You pull and tug and tug and tug, and it does not seem to move.
Okay. Can Hunting Forest mess with the flame at all?
You start trying to mess with the flame. You kind of put your hand through it. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. It remains flamey.
All right.
You should look for a body.
Well, the thing is, we need the necklaces around our bodies as well.
I'm not sure how we're gonna do that, even if we can. How we actually get the physical ones?
We need to harass Penguin.
There's some spirits around, right?
There's a couple, yeah, just floating above casually in the same sort of circular formation that you'd seen above, like, the inner temple in the necropolis.
Hunting Forest is actually going to go tap one on the wispy shoulder.
You wispily tap them.
Hey, is there a way we can communicate with someone, like a living person?
They say something, but you can't understand them.
Gyro.
Fine. I relay his question.
And this thing kind of like, "Oh, I was about to say I can't understand this poor fellow."
For an adopted Sphinx, he really doesn't speak it very well.
Oh, adoption. Poor fellow.
Yeah. I think his parents passed away before they could teach him Sphinx.
He looks to the green wisp. Well, best of luck to him in that regard.
Yeah.
What was
Still,
that?
he wants to try and communicate with the outside world. He's
Alright.
been harassing me all day. He wants to know if there's a way to do it.
Don't we all? You know, and he kind of looks down. Easiest way to communicate is during the ceremony. And he kind of smiles. Accurate response. And he continues beside your Piao. Well, it opens like a. He thinks about it. Well, can't really explain it very well myself. A two-way. At least in temples. He kind of gestures down. The ceremony is a wonderful place. But a wonderful time. You could speak directly to your descendants.
We can't just harass someone in their sleep or something.
So,
What do you think we are, benevolent spirits? Ghosts, hunts, specters?
you can't understand him.
Oh yeah, that's right, huh? Instead he will say, what's he saying?
He wants to know if there's any way outside of the ceremony that one can communicate.
And kind of thinks a little bit. I've heard of some uses of divination from some of the luckier spirits who can communicate with the choir boys. And he gestures to some of them around, though you have to be part of their lineage to be able to really determine that. Some magics, you obviously have to have ties to people still within the church and in deep study of Soft Whisper.
Alas, I don't think any of us qualify for that.
Damn, this goddess and her rules.
Don't let her hear you saying that.
You can't understand me!
Oh yes, that's right. You have to remind me, I forgot. What's he saying? What's he yelling about?
He is yelling praise Soft Whisper at her and her benevolent rules that keep the spirit world and the material world from getting too chaotic.
Well, that's why the ceremonies only happen once a year. Can't have too much of that, otherwise, there'll be less of a call to, well, much less of a need for people to want to pay tribute to their families, especially when some families are harsher than others. You know how it is.
Yep.
But I digress. I suppose there's some spirits who still think that that's a good idea, but he kind of gives a small, non-committal shrug. I very much disagree with that.
Want to ask about the queen?
What about the queen? No, we don't want to ask about the queen.
I was gonna say that might lead us to Sunny at least.
So, I don't want to let people we aren't in decent confidence with know about that.
Okay, fair enough.
Because it is obviously very looked down upon. Yes.
All right, so I guess our only choice is to wait for the temple to open.
We can go try and harass Pingwing. He's very susceptible to such things.
All right, let's go bully Pingwing.
I think. Can we try to find my body?
Oh wait, yeah. What did you want to do?
I want to find my body.
Oh, your body kind of walked off.
Yeah, I need to know where.
I mean, your body could be like anywhere within 400 miles. So.
Maybe I could take Damien's body.
I
I like that idea.
And we can hold Damien's body hostage.
There's also the problem that you'd have Damien's body, but not your bat's body.
All right, let's go find Pingwing.
don't think Penguin can help us.
Well, first question: what did you want to try,
Oh,
Night Vale?
I just wanted to call that guy an asshole. But if I said that I just want to come here to call
Oh,
that guy an asshole, you guys would say no. So
oh
I
my
said I had a
God!
plan.
Yeah, we would have said no.
Yeah.
Can I slam Night Shine's face into the wall?
Which not shine?
Gyro will help.
Night Vale.
Gyro will help.
I don't have a face. I lost my soul. I lost my body. I only have my grief left.
Well, while you're complaining, you two give me a CMD roll or CFU roll.
Wait, I don't have a face. I'm a wisp.
Oh yeah, he is wispy.
We're slamming your soul into the wall.
No, you can't grab him when he's wispy. That's not how it works.
Boo.
He's wispy.
Boo, I said.
Do you guys really not want to see your bodies?
I'm sure they're fine. I'm more worried about Sunny. Let's go harass Penguin.
I don't think he can help.
Well, we're already out here, so we might as well try.
Yeah, it's a better plan than calling this guy an asshole.
Yes.
That plan was a success. Did you see how he got scared?
Durr, what's your opinion?
I don't think we'll find Night Vale's body. Probably not even alive anymore.
Probably not.
There, I want you to apologize. You said it was alright to loot that place.
Did I? I don't think I
Yes,
did.
you did. It's your you are the leader. You need to take responsibility.
No.
Yes,
Fight me.
I will when I have my body back.
If I recall correctly, I think it was Gyro who first touched the treasure.
It was.
It was.
So let's work on your apology with the descendants.
I am sorry that my girlfriend,
I don't think she's your girlfriend anymore.
I am pretty sure she'll come back to me if we rescue her.
God, I hope not.
Well, fuck you too.
Anyway, I'm gonna go fly off to the Seekers Guilds, I guess. You're not Seekers.
The Seekers Guild. This isn't Pony Finder.
I
Everglow.
too am gonna go that way and help with seeing what's up with Penguin.
If nothing else, we can bully him for a little bit and have some fun.
Indeed.
We're dead. We have nothing else to do.
We're not dead. We're just not alive.
We're not alive, and we can't return to our bodies unless we have these necklaces around our normal bodies.
You start flying toward the Bannerman's Guild. And as you're kind of flying just over these walls, thankfully the guards don't stop you, obviously, because you're not in the same plane as them, so you can fly as high as you want to. And
Fuck you!
yeah. As you kind of near it, you actually notice a familiar sight over by the shores of the river on the other side. Over here, on the other side of the building, you do see your small friend, Penguin, who seems to be taking notes, with three other assailants on the outside of him, seemingly having some kind of conversation with him in one way or the other, but he doesn't seem to be facing him.
Oh, I will fly over and listen in.
You
He
fly.
has friends?
You fly on over.
I know he has bullies.
And as you float on over, Namely, what you see is Penguin, who seems to be very, very, very trying hard to ignore the three other hippogriffs who had indeed come up on that boat, who seem to be taunting and teasing him from the outside, saying something though you can't really hear them. You don't seem to be in the temple where you can hear those whispers.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just going to phase through the big one.
Whoosh. You do that. It is done.
Is there any? Oh, there's no reaction.
You know.
God, being a ghost is lame. I can't even fuck with people.
Well, you're not a ghost. You're a spirit. Ghosts are bad.
Fine, being a spirit's lame.
I want to be
whisper.
I want to be a ghost, Mom. But yeah, I mean, you're free to give me sense motive as the big one keeps chortling and you know the female just kind of seems to be idly tossing up and down her little knife.
All right, sense motive.
I'm gonna try and steal Penguin's pen. Like, sort of reach where his wrist is, and then do my own writing.
You attempt that. Unfortunately, it does not seem very able to happen as you just kind of phase through his claws and then the pen. Though in your phasing of his claw, you do notice there is a small tear that does fall from his eyes down onto the paper that you're looking at. Hunting Forest, you do glean that these guys seem to generally be taunting him a lot, in the respect of like they don't. It's kind of one of those things where, you know, there's no one to see it happening. Haha, we're gonna make fun of you. Like, there's no governing body to put a stop to it, and so they're just letting loose or whatever. And he, like I said, Penguin seems to just be doing his best to ignore and act like he's writing things, which Gyro can certainly see. He's not actually writing anything down, he's just trying to ignore it.
Ooh, I just had a thought. Does Penguin have any +1 weapons in his bag?
Are you going to look through?
Yes.
You start looking through. Look. You do not find any.
Damn. Huh? Well, so.
But as the you know, as you start to kind of looking through, the rogue with the knife stops twirling it in her hand a little bit. She puts a hand on her hip and she puts a claw on her hip and then continues to say something. The others laugh.
Ooh, is her knife a magical item? I'm gonna go try and interact with that, since I know magic items can interact with incorporeal creatures.
You go to try to interact with it, and you do have a slightly harder time pushing your hand through that object. Whoosh, it's very weird.
Ooh,
Whoosh.
I'm gonna try and steal it from her.
You try your best to try to grip it. Grip. And as she has it on her hip, you really only seem to be able to move it, if anything, very small millimeters.
Hey, Hunting Forest.
What?
You're a big, strong dragon. Apparently, we can move this dagger. Come put your force of strength or willpower or whatever behind it.
All right, stubborn resolve. I will try to push the dagger.
You try to push the dagger, with a lot of the same results. It's kind of a little. You could tell it's more like moving your hand through syrup rather than air. Whoosh, just in that brief moment. But the most you can get it to budge is fractions of a millimeter, like I said, if you're really paying attention. Wiggle. It would come as some sort of a consolence that as they're doing this, all three of the others seem to kind of look back at what seems to be the site of the the main Stitch of the place, who's coming out here, somewhat looking a little bit curious, saying some words, and the others seemingly dropping their little cruel facade, seem to be perfectly cheery now. Just having conversation, whatnot, just like that. Gyro, you kind of pick up that Pingling seems to very briefly try to wipe away a couple tears. Kind of standing up, taking a deep breath, and turning around to look cheerful.
Penguin has a bag of holding, right?
He does.
Hunting Forest is going to try to move that.
You try to, but it just goes through.
I can't move it like the +1.
+1 weapons can interact with incorporeal creatures.
Okay.
I have a
That's so
+1
weird,
bag of
like-
holding.
It's a weird stipulation. I just need to say, like, that magical weapon works, but not like other magic shit.
Well, it's magically made to kill things, including incorporeal creatures.
Also, bags
Okay.
of holding interact with the ethereal plane, not the spirit plane. So. Just saying.
I mean, I don't know how like a magical dagger is much different, but okay. And they both use magic to make it, so.
I mean, you use a magic for a cloak of invisibility and a +1 armor, but they have different magics attached. Anyways, we're getting off topic though.
We can start looking for the owners of you guys' necklaces if you guys want.
I have a Oh, wait. I have a feeling, though it's really what the bat would know, is that the necklace is in the necropolis already. Because if you recall, she pointed at a physical necklace.
You have the spiritual necklace. You need to have the physical necklace on your body.
Yes. But she had copies of the physical necklace there as well.
I think she pulled the spiritual necklace from the physical one.
Yes.
She gave you the link. You still have to you still have to have the physical one on your body. Pal is correct.
No, that's not what we're saying. We're saying he said we have to look for it. And I was saying I'm pretty sure it's in her hut in the necropolis. The physical one. Because she pulled it from the physical necklace. Yeah.
Alright. So after a brief conversation with the main Stitch, it seemed, Pingwing seemed to kind of just hurry along and kind of go with him as he turned around to go back inside. He seems to not exactly want to stay in this situation very much longer. And kind of heads inside with the main Stitch. Being that you guys are kind of following Pingwing, he doesn't stop. He kind of goes through and starts wandering out this way.
Alright, going to follow and then poke Pingwing.
You poke and prod Pingwing. I mean, you get a very good view as to what it would look like if you buried your claws deep within his body.
Oh, yes, the one I've always wanted.
Deixa a porta aberta.
What? What, Pella?
Oh, sorry. Ignore me.
Pingwing.
And as you guys kind of following him along, he doesn't seem to be going in the direction of the temple that you guys are. He actually is kind of taking a different sort of route. Walking, seems to judge something. He looks up at this pillar. He seems to just be trying to get out. And And he actually pulls out his notebook and starts writing things down. Right. And then he kind of just comes back down here. He seems to be kind of taking some notes. Takes some notes. Kind of bypasses the temple here. I'm just showing you his path of movement. You guys are kind of following him around, you know. He comes over by the the tavern up here, or the brazier rather, and takes a look at it. And takes a deep breath. And then continues on. Seems to be like a little bit thoughtful. He's trying to think of. He's thoughtful about something. He makes it all the way out here to the docks, where he's looking up at this big statue of a very intimidating looking sphinx.
Yeah, actually, once I saw that, I was like, that kind of looks important.
Oh, shit. The Sphinx. The Sphinx.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go over there.
Well, go.
And you wisp on over toward this big sphinx.
I think we solved it, guys.
Do we level
Let's
see.
But you're wisping around here. What are you looking for?
Any riddles?
Yes, riddles would be neat.
You start looking around, any markings, anything like that, and do actually spot something. You spot, as you're kind of floating around in this spiritual form on the chest just below, in between your paws, something written in very, very ancient form of Sphinx, a very, very ancient one. And namely, all it says is, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And there's a circular slot, about the same size as some of those necklaces that you guys are wearing.
Hunting Forest is going to put his necklace to the slot.
You put your necklace forward. It is slightly too big.
I put mine.
Aloe, you put yours forward. And it clicks. Click.
Ah, damn it. Wait, can I okay. Just for the sake of, because I think it's funny, can I, before I put mine, put Dur inside?
Gonna put Dur inside?
Yeah.
Dur, are you allowing yourself to be placed inside this small slot?
That does not seem safe.
Look, Dur, it's saying it's beauty. So it's gotta be you.
It should be me here.
You should be downstairs.
Gyro puts his necklace in since Palo's delaying.
You tried to push your new necklace in. Yours seems to not be a good fit either. It's a little too small.
I put my plot device.
Alright. Giving up on shoving Dur into the small hole, you put your necklace in.
It's a fucking three bears thing. Mine's too big, Dur's is too small.
Yeah.
Just right.
And it clicks. Clunk. And briefly as it clicks, there's a what sounds to be a almost roar all around you. You're not sure where it's exactly coming from, but as it does, Palo, you pull your necklace away, and from it, seemingly being pulled by the chest, seems to be some kind of spirit being pulled from the statue itself, eyes closed, as she kind of collapses in front. Taking a deep breath and looking around. Oh, where am I? And that's where we're going to end session today, ladies and gentlemen.
Do we recognize this spirit?
Wait, is that
Yes.
duck?
No.
What?
Wait, it's not duck?
No, it's a sphinx.
Oh, it's a sphinx?
Yeah.
It's sphinx duck.
Sphinx duck. Alright, we'll say goodbye to stream. Bye, stream.
Goodbye, stream.
Bye.